And we're live. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Does anyone at all remember what happened last time?
Oh man,
I remember betrayal. I remember hearts were broken
Was
and
that-
bones were thrown about.
was that the last episode where we teamed up, or was that the 2 episodes ago?
Holy crow! There's 2 Jimmy Westons.
Let me think.
All I know that I battled in a tag team duo with the local weatherman for Kenora.
That's correct. I remember that.
I believe something about the moon crashing into the ring.
Yes. Yeah, I think that did happen, but
That was like 2 episodes ago. And
Let me check my notes. I usually make little notes in my.
Oh, Johnny, there's 2 of you.
if I recall, there was some heat that from Johnny and Cal Brax kind of building in the locker room, and they challenged each other like while they were like live. So then they had to go be thrown together, and then I think that was like on like episode 1 possibly, and then episode 2 because they were like. And then they like fought, and then Calbrax summoned the moon, and then they fought a little bit in the moon. That was like the first half of the Kenora, like day 1, and then day 2, they were gonna fight in the ring, and then Calbrax was gonna bring his bone army, I believe, and then they started attacking Calbrax, and Calbrax teamed up with Johnny Star Legend.
yeah.
In the Rumble, and now there's some sort of bone betrayer, if I recall.
Yes. Yes, I do recall. Yes,
And-
I believe.
And me and the Weatherman were fighting against the
Bullock Brass and Brock the Butcher. Yes.
for coming in and interrupting my match against Mikey Price or
Correct.
something
Correct.
like that.
That's right.
Yes, and the Bone Betrayer, I believe, being Giacomo the Grim, if I recall correctly.
All right, Giacomo the Grim. I remember
Yeah,
now.
he showed up and said, "I'm the reason that your bone servants betrayed you, Calbrax." So,
And I have it here that Kieran challenged me to a trial match to see if I can take his belt as well. And am I echoing? I'm realizing I might be broadcasting via Roll20 as well.
No, it's I was saying there's 2 of you. That's because I had receiving voice over Roll20. I was getting that along with Discord. I fixed it
Yeah.
though, at least on my.
No, that's fine. I'll stop broadcasting as well.
yeah. So, right, exactly. So, sorry, who challenged you?
I just says Kieran because I remember our promotion kind of leveled up, as it were.
Mhm.
And then we made our fans not hate the other faction.
Yeah, exactly.
So now they're all kind of like, kind of grooving, kind of not thinking it's going to be so bad, even though they sort of confederated and like ready to see us go forward and do more awesome wrestling.
Right. Yes, and I remember. Yeah, he challenged you. Yeah, Kieran Kelly. He challenged you to a basically like a contendership match.
Mm-hmm.
And that if you win, you'll get a shot at the title, if I
Right.
recall correctly.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote it down as trial match in quotations.
Right. Yeah. So basically, yeah, it's like beat me and I'll give you a shot to go for the real thing, right?
Yeah.
And I believe and I believe that somebody made a face turn. Who was that? That was Cowell, I guess.
That was Cal.
That was
Yeah.
me because
Yeah.
it was an unfair what the Bone Army was doing to you, Johnny. So I jumped in. That's why we teamed up because I realized like something is wrong. Somebody has
Right.
disobeying my orders.
Sorry.
Exactly. So Johnny Star is still still technically a heel.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Good. I'm back where I was before. Okay. So I guess we will commence with tonight's show. I guess we will.
Sorry, Chris, can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah.
I think we covered this before, but I just want to go over it again.
Yeah. Go for it.
So heel and face tag teams, do those exist, and are they weird? And like, what's the?
They
What-
are. It's possible. But it is odd. I mean, as like a for like a longer term thing, it would probably not be sustainable.
Okay.
I would say that if it would probably herald, like, what would happen is one of them would turn, and they would either turn the other soon after or break up. And that would be
Okay.
like a storyline thing, right?
Yeah.
Like if someone, like, if it's a face tag team and one turns heel, usually the way it works is that they'll turn at the same time, right? Because they're a team. But you could easily do a storyline where like your partner like starts doing things that you don't like if you're a face, and you're like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? Is my loyalty to them more important than,
Right.
or alternatively, you could break up. You could have a big blow off and be like, no, screw you, I'm not going to go down this path, and then you guys fight, and then you break up, right?
Mhm.
So that's what I would say would be more likely to happen. But it's possible that they could be like on a similar side as well. Like,
Okay.
temporarily, like if you're not like a dedicated tag team, you're just teaming up from time to time. It could
Yeah.
totally happen if you guys if your goals are aligned, right? But keep in mind that the heel is gonna probably try and exploit this partnership, just because they're still a bad guy. They don't want to just be like, oh, I'm cooperating with the good guys. Or they could use it to like it works the other way too, right? If they were to match up, it could be to turn the heel face, for whatever reason.
Right.
To make up for the bad things they've done and to actually do something good for a change. So yeah, I would say in general, it would be like a storyline thing leading towards a turn, would be the most common thing, or to break up the tag team.
Okay. Because what I was thinking is it'd be nice. I guess this is like Johnny Legend talking to creative,
Mhm.
possibly with or without Kyle Brax there, but it would be nice to form like a. I don't know about an official tag team, but like I like the direction that's going with the Johnny Legend Kyle Brax storyline, with like them starting to work together, like possibly
Right.
fighting against Giacomo the Grim.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing though. Well, I'll tell you what, we could actually do like a segment like that where you guys talk. Because like I was gonna have like Giacomo be kind of like a singles opponent for Kyle Brax this week, and you were gonna do your candidates match with Kieran
Anything?
Kelly.
Yeah, for sure.
But that could definitely be like, if you were thinking about that, that could definitely be like a like I said, if you wanted to talk to creative, or if you wanted it to be like talk to him, or you wanted to work something out that way, that would totally be something you could do.
Okay.
If we were thinking in terms of segments, like, it might be good like after your matches to like or maybe before your matches, if your guys want to like, discuss
a
strategy or
backstage.
something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, or you could be something on or off camera as you guys decide.
Okay.
But before all that, I will start off by going to Jimmy Weston. Sorry. So you're. Hold on. Let me just pull up my.
I already have an idea of what I'm going to give you, Tyler.
A gun.
No, it's going to be that intense.
2 guns.
I'm not Sean's old cop character.
No, that was the Tyler's cop character.
Oh, it was Tyler who just pistol whipped
Yeah.
people?
Yeah, he pistol whipped my character. I was the mad scientist, and yeah, that's what happened.
Oh, that's right. I was a voodoo guy.
Hold on, let me just.
Yeah, we had the science versus
Right.
magic.
So
Right.
sorry, I've got to reset all your momentum. You all start
yeah.
with 1, I believe, because
I think so. We're all
um,
just audience 1 again, right?
yeah, exactly. And hold on. Maybe. Right. Okay. Sorry. I forgot last time. Technically speaking, right, you were in the top spot because you were in the top spot, right? If I recall correctly, or were you not? And everyone was just.
I was.
Okay, you were. Okay, good.
Which is why I think Kieran challenged or like give me a shot.
Right. Right. Okay. Sorry. I did this at the end of the episode. I should have done it at the start of this episode. Because I forgot. Because when you're in the top spot, you get to make the over move at the start of each episode. So you should have had that ability, but you don't.
That's fine. Well,
Like
over,
it seems
that's
like you
just like
didn't
yeah, I guess it's just putting someone over, right? Like making someone succeed.
putting yourself. Well, yeah. Okay. I will. Yeah. Well, let's start with that then.
Sure.
Okay. So first things first. You gain 3 momentum, so you're at 4.
Okay.
Now you can. The episode opens with you, so you can set the scene and do whatever you want. You can get any match you can spend momentum 1 for 1 to do one of 4 things. Get any match you wish as the main event. Add a stipulation to an upcoming match. Call out anyone on the roster and gain 1 heat with them, or declare another segment for later in the show, a non-wrestling segment, and when that segment starts, you get +1 momentum. And then you don't have to spend all of it, of course. You don't have to spend any of it if you don't want to.
Right. Well, I guess I'm wrestling Kieran tonight, right?
That's the booking, yeah.
Okay. Is that already scheduled as the main event, or?
I would say so, yes.
That's what I figured. Because I was tempted to make something else the main event, but I feel like that would be. You know what? No, I'm gonna follow my gut. So I'm gonna be wrestling Kieran.
Yep.
But I'm gonna make the main event actually. What's his face? Calibrax fighting Yakimo the Grim.
Okay. Yep.
And for
So you spend 1 momentum, and that it is so.
And what were the other options again? Sorry.
You can add a stipulation to an upcoming match. You can
Right.
just call out anyone and gain +1 heat with them, or you can say later in the show this segment is going to happen. Whatever segment you want. That's as long as it's not a wrestling match.
Okay. I'm going to set up that match as the main event.
Mhm.
I'm going to add a stipulation.
Okay.
That the ring is going to be surrounded in fire.
Okay.
And then so as a consequence of that, if you get wrung out,
Yep.
you technically get you get burned.
Right.
Alive, like not actually, obviously, but like
yeah.
But that's like kind of like the cool little thing.
Sure. Yeah. A flaming ring death match sounds good.
Yeah. And then I'm going to call out Yakumo the Grim actually, and say that you
Okay.
can't hide forever, and that we're both coming for you.
Okay, so I will get you some heat with Giacomo.
And then I'll chill after that.
Okay. Why is this so big? That's
wonder
too small.
if Giacomo's gonna become my nemesis and not Cal's.
It could easily happen.
I like that. I was like, I want this fight. Give me this
Yeah.
fight. I turn heel again just against you, just because you're stealing my rogues gallery.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be the nonstop. Like we always feel like we're just stepping on each other's toes.
How come whenever we fight, you get all the heat?
Yeah. And then we'll
Okay.
be fighting again, and then someone will have a nemesis, and the other person will fight him.
Stop stealing my nemesis.
Okay, so you have called out Giacomo the Grim.
Yep.
Okay, so you basically cut a promo at the start of the show, basically saying all this stuff. Why don't we have you actually just cut a promo?
Sure.
Where you basically this is like what you say, like you're saying all these things. You're
Right,
basically just
Blaming.
hyping up what will be the main event.
Wait.
Calabrax versus Giacomo the Grim.
Just to bring up a point that I just remembered. I think if I recall, you wanted this one to be taped so that we could do so Tyler fighting the Grim could do special effects, if I recall, or was that last time? Because I thought last time was in Kenora Live, and I thought this.
No,
one...
last time was a tape. Last week was a tape show. This is live.
Okay.
This is live actually at the Scotiabank Center in Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Excellent.
In case you were wondering.
Nice. Is that where Scotiabank is from? It's from Nova Scotia.
Nova Scotia? I assume so.
Okay, that would make sense. I just never realized.
I don't know. I just I assume so.
Well,
It's
see,
now canon.
Bank of Montreal's from Saskatoon.
No doubt. No doubt.
Is it?
No.
So you could convince me. I am very, very gullible, Tyler. You have to be very careful with me.
Well, I would never leave you hanging on a lie. That's my promise to you.
Okay,
Is that a
I'll
lie?
trust you. I was gonna say I'll blindly trust you in this instance.
Okay, no, we're not doing this Coco's Basilisk approach to lying to friends, all right?
It's okay.
Okay. Anyway. All right. So first things first, though. We go to a Jimmy Weston who is in the locker room, and
Wait, sorry.
Oh, sorry.
Should I roll?
Sorry, you should roll to cut a promo. Sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
I forgot that I told you to do that, and then we didn't resolve it.
Woo. Ooh, 5.
Woo!
Can I put over myself?
Not really.
No, it's not an option.
I mean, you have one momentum right now, so
Okay.
I'll just say
but that. Sure.
Sorry, go ahead.
Well, no, like that put over move you were saying that. So that isn't.
Putting someone over is when you're on commentary. When you're commentating a match, you can put someone over.
Oh, sorry. Putting over was the being at top audience and then all that other jazz, right?
No. That's just over. Like that's the over move.
Yeah, sorry. That's what I mean.
Yeah. You got you got 3 momentum, but you spent it all to do things. So you're back down at 1.
I accept the decision.
So you get +1 momentum. Creative may make a hard move. Let me see. Is there anything that I want to do? Probably not, but
You're now mopping the floors. On tape.
yeah.
Disconnect. Maybe people are disappointed that I. I have an idea. I don't know if you want to do it or not.
No, I've got a good idea. Good idea. This hard move. Well, I'll let you know, but I've got an idea for it. But you get 1 momentum.
Okay.
Sorry, it's wrestling. You know, my sense of dramatic irony needs to be maintained. First thing, okay, so we'll go to the first segment though. After that, notwithstanding that other things are happening on the show, but as always, the next segment that involves one of you guys, unless you want there to be. If ever you want to just be like, oh, I want to do this on something else that's happening, feel free.
Right.
I can just stick another match into the show that you can, be part of or distract from. But
Right.
anyway, Jimmy Weston is in the locker room, and one of the and a reporter comes and finds him and says, Jimmy, what's going on? Despite your big victory last week, you haven't been booked on any matches. You're not booked into any match this week. What's going on? And the mic gets stuck in your face.
Just let me look at my moves for a second here.
Sure.
What's the one with the celebrity one? Gotta find. Get the wrestling, work the audience, the comeback tag team.
Hold on. The clown. You're looking for celebrity promo?
Yeah, I'm looking for that one. He's like, well, I'm just waiting for my good friend and personal confidant, MLA.
Bringing in all of the public officials.
MLA Jerry I don't know, Henderson.
Jerry Henderson. All right. Local politician, of course.
Yeah, MLA, yeah. or maybe not MLA. Whatever, the one that's for the city, I guess, maybe.
Okay, so city councilor.
City councilor.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Roll plus look.
Yeah. Do it. Oh no.
Oh, brutal.
Ooh.
Okay, so this is a botch. So Jerry was supposed to wrestle a match that night, but something about your promo rubs him the wrong way. Go ahead and finish it off, and
yeah, I'm just waiting for him. He's never around, but I'm sure he'll show up somewhere. I know I'm gonna show him the ropes, if it were, and and hopefully, I'll be in his corner, coaching him on.
And all right, so it's a botch. So so he's not going to go on. But we'll go on to that later in the show. It's and then the host is kind of awkward. He's like, okay, I hope he shows up. Looks back and forth. And we will move on to the next match. So yeah, for the sake of the match, we'll head on to Johnny Legend's candidacy match. So because you are the challenger, so you enter first. And of course, Kieran Kelly is a big fan favorite here in Halifax. So the crowd doesn't love it. The crowd is definitely on his side more than yours. But yeah, it's your entrance.
Okay, let's bring it up my intro song again.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Get into my
Ghost Riders in the Sky vibes.
Yep, exactly. Yes. Okay, so the music plays. See that Texas countryside coming out.
Mhm.
American flag, my name, and word art coming across the screen. I
Yeah.
stroll out onto the
Crowd-
walkway, and I'm just like, kind of
Crowd's
giving everyone
booing.
thumbs down. Yeah, I'm
Yeah, they're
booing
like,
them back,
"Woo."
and I'm like putting my thumbs down, pointing at them, being like, "You all suck! Like, what's going
Hell
on?"
yeah.
And just kind of acting like a big shot, puffing out my chest. And I walk into the ring, take my cowboy hat off, and then I just kind of like toss it into the crowd. And can you give middle fingers on live TV?
I mean, sure, why not? Do what you want.
I give
Will they
yeah,
be
I give
Censor
him
it
the
if you have
finger.
to.
I give him the finger. It's censored on all those PG channels.
Yeah.
Just further
Well, say that-
solidifying.
Let me put it this way: if I need to make like a hard move at some point, I'll say that it was unplanned, and so the censors had to scramble to do it, and someone's pissed at you. But if it wasn't, if I don't need to do that, then I'll say that it was planned, and so they were ready.
Right.
Like how they're always like, like you can't say like shit on TV, so if they hear you, you can get in trouble. But like,
Right,
if
right.
they know it's coming, they can censor it out.
So yeah, I flip him the bird, and then I just kind of like turn around, and I'm like bouncing on the ropes with my arms over them, waiting for Kieran to come into the ring.
All right. And he does, and he gets a huge pop from the crowd. Yeah, he's like walking down the ramp. He's like mugging. He's like cheering. He's got the belt, obviously,
Of course.
and he walks over and to the side belt. He like the referee holds up the belt, and as the referee does, all the lights go out,
Ooh.
and they come back on, and this as they come back on, something has happened. This was explained to you beforehand, by the way.
Okay. I come in on this, right?
Yes. Well, we'll see how much you wanted to be in on it. But Giacomo is in the ring, and he has both you and Kieran Kelly have been laid out at his feet, and he is holding the belt.
Oh wow.
Oh,
And he
Interesting.
like grabs you by the scruff of your neck, and he's holding a mic. He grabs a mic and he says, "This belt is mine to take. You were never allowed to have it." And he just like rolls you out of the ring.
Okay, nice.
Like you're a piece of trash. This is the hard move. Creative's like,
Yeah.
actually, we don't want you in the title picture after all.
Okay.
You can be so you're basically like you can be part of this feud, but they actually want to push Giacomo for a title shot instead of
Oh,
you.
cool. Okay.
Yeah. They're like the crowd's just getting more heat with him than with you, and it's just so basically he's
Okay.
gonna interrupt your match, and you're not gonna get to have it. Yeah, you're gonna get so he goes into the ring, and he's like. He continues on with his promo, and he's basically hyping his upcoming title shot that he's gonna have with Kieran Kelly. Right.
Cool.
So yeah, that's about the segment. You get your ass kicked on live TV and look weak.
I get rolled off. Yeah.
Literally rolled out of the title picture.
This is not the first time this has happened. I know how this goes. We end up feuding, then we become friends, then we get a new nemesis.
Legit heat.
Yeah,
He's
legit heat.
legitimately stealing your spot. Anyway. Hey, and the guy who you're friends with has a match with him later.
I know.
Anyway, while we're talking about legit things, Jimmy, you are being called into the manager's office.
Okay.
And he's like, "Oh, I can't believe you said that he's like not there for you. Don't you realize his campaign slogan is literally I'm there for you when you need me?" Like, that is the one thing you weren't supposed to say, and you said it out loud on national television.
Oh.
Yeah, but his
Like,
writing's a slam dunk, right? Like,
It's like, well, he doesn't want to go on now. You embarrassed him in front of the whole country. Ugh. Just like, can you just like lay low while we sort all this out?
like just like shrug, and I like slowly walk out of the manager's office.
It's not been a good day for you. Yeah, so you're getting buried IRL.
Oh no.
Sorry. But that's what a bad botch can do. So yeah, we're gonna just roll right along to the main event, unless anybody has anything else they want to butt in and do before then.
Nope.
Okay. Like I said, I'm trying to move this on a little quickly since we started late. I
have like
worries.
I do want to run in to try to overshadow the main event once it starts. Running
worry,
through the fire.
Let your sense of dramatic irony dictate your.
But I'll do that. Yeah, once it starts.
All right, so Johnny, does Johnny want to like be there for the match? Like you want to be ringside or something?
At the
Or do you want to make a more dramatic entrance?
for Cal versus Giacomo?
Yeah.
Or Giacomo? I was actually thinking of having a backstage with Giacomo where I'm like basically telling him like, you know, you can't get away with this. I'm coming for you. Like,
Well,
days are numbered kind of thing?
Let's do that. You want to do it before or after the match?
Before.
Okay, well then let's do that right now. You confront Giacomo the Grim in the locker room. This is off camera. This is legit. Unless you want it to be on camera. Your call. You could, yeah, I was gonna say. Well, actually, no. It probably wouldn't be on camera because he just like story-wise, it wouldn't make a lot of sense for you to be like, "Oh, I'm coming back at you," when he just like the storyline is you're being written out of the story, right?
Okay, yeah.
So if you're gonna confront him, it would have to be off camera.
Okay. Sure.
Which is totally fine, by the way.
Yeah, sure. We'll do it off camera.
Okay, yeah. So he's prepping for his match. He's getting his ring gear on.
Yeah.
I will play him, obviously.
Okay. Like, hey, Giacomo.
Hey.
Like you got a good word in there with creative, eh?
He shrugs. He's like, "Hey, man. I mean, you know how it is. I mean, like I asked for a title shot, and that's the one they wanted to give me. Like, I understand it came at your expense, but that's the business, man."
Yeah. Yeah, funny thing about this business is, and I'm gonna use intimidating.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go for it. Isn't that like one of your special things?
Yeah, I can use body instead of like.
You're like looming over him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Funny thing funny thing about this business is that people who get really high tend to fall really hard.
Okay.
Just like to have you keep that in mind.
All right. I like it. Break kayfabe. Oh, sorry, this is not on camera, so I guess this is play politics. Go ahead and roll plus body.
Okay. How do I do this? Do I? Oh wait. Did it add body? I think it did.
Yeah, you rolled it. Your body's +2.
Yep.
Yeah, so you rolled a 5. Botch. You lose 1 heat with them, and creative makes a hard move.
Oh my god. So I no longer have heat with Giacomo, and I get another hard move. Woo! Wait, I have 2 momentum, right?
Yeah, you have 2 momentum.
I can spend 2 to make it not a botch?
You can, yes.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been tough.
Yeah.
Here, let me just.
It's like, what else can you take from me?
This isn't what you rolled, but I'll just play this. 7 and 9. They pick one, then you pick one. They agree that you're right. The argument stays a private matter. Creative sets up a segment the person who selected this option wants to see. Change your want to something they want to see as a result of your argument.
You pick one. So I pick one first, and then they pick one.
No. He
Oh,
picks
they
one
pick
first,
one,
and
then
then
you
you
pick
pick one.
Okay,
So
yeah.
he gets to.
Oh yeah, Tandem War is the other way around.
He says, "Fine, fair enough. Tell you what. Next week, we can have a grudge match. Obviously, I'll be booked to win it, but it can be a legit thing. You won't get disposed off camera. You'll get like, a mid card match. That way you're not just thrown out. Like you get beat in the ring clean, and that way you can maintain your status going forward if they want to challenge you again." He's basically saying like next week he'll face you
Yeah.
in a match, and he'll win. So that way, at least, even though you're getting written out of the title picture, it's because you lost a match. It's not for just because they don't want to push you.
Right.
So you can get a little bit. You can kind of like right now it's kind of embarrassing, but it'll be less embarrassing.
Okay. Okay. So which one was that? That's the
Creative sets up a segment the person who selected this option wants to see.
Okay. Okay, then I'll pick the argument stays a private matter.
All right. Nobody knows that you guys had this little tete-a-tete, and
Yeah.
nobody will know unless
Yeah.
one of you reveals it. But
Right.
the one of you in this case would only be you, because
Right.
I'll assume you want it to be private unless you don't want it to be.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what'll happen next week. You're going to be booked to lose, which will take you out of the title picture more gracefully.
Okay. Excellent.
Okay, so having said all that, do you want to be like ringside for this match, or do you want to maybe like interrupt or at an inopportune moment, or do you want to?
I mean, if I do that, is it going to mess with the outcome?
No, I'm just asking if you want to be. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'm just like for narration reasons. I just want to know if you want to be ringside or not.
I'll be ringside, but I don't think I'm going to interrupt.
Yeah, well, that's like I said. It's just so I know, like like the camera can cut to you, and
Yeah.
All right. So in that case, Sean, I'll have you be the ring announcer for this one. So in comes Cowell Brax. Tyler, go ahead and tell us your entrance. How do you enter the ring?
I enter from the ceiling. As I descend, I clearly have what are very clearly wings made of bone.
Crowd pops. That's cool.
Yeah, and I think as a show of force, I am. Is there like there's a lot of TVs in the ring, right?
There's cameras.
Oh, like there's no like TVs. Like, sorry, I don't know if there's just screens or not.
I mean, I suppose like there could. I mean, it's mostly just cameras, but like there could be like a monitor or something like that.
Okay, because on that monitor, I want the Giacomo's spouse on my bone throne.
Sorry. You mean like on the Jumbotron?
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, whatever you want.
Yes. I want like to be like a footage of me on like my dread throne from the Blight Moon, and like Giacomo's spouse is next to me, fawning over me. That's what I want.
Ooh, okay.
I want him to show that I'm aware of his betrayal and that I don't take it lightly.
Interesting.
I'm coming for his family.
Okay. Okay, well that's an interesting swerve. I like that. Okay, hold on then. This is okay. So Giacomo comes in, and normally his entrance is in fitting with his moniker, like very subdued, and he like kind of just like walks slowly to the ring, and then he has like a big cloak on normally, but in the like your entrance gets like cut off at that point, and comes. Well, you're in the ring, but like as soon as that image comes up on the Jumbotron, the crowd's like, the crowd's like, and he comes charging out of the back, already in full ring gear, holding a mic, and he's like, "What did you do? What did you do?" And he like like slides into the ring, and the refs, like all the refs are like holding you guys apart. Or sorry, not the refs aren't holding you apart, but yeah, he's like running into the ring, and he's like 6 seconds away from throwing a punch. Is there anything you want to say before, or do you want to just get into the match?
I just stand there menacingly. I
All
just stand there stern, unbroken.
Wait, what did Tyler
committed.
show again?
His Giacomo's like wife is like with Cal Brax, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Allegedly. This is
Yeah.
kayfabe, obviously, but
Yeah.
like kayfabe wife, who knows? Probably not his real wife.
Let's find out as the match goes on, shall we?
Well, we'll see if it becomes relevant. But as far as the crowd is concerned, it's his legit wife, but it might not be. It often isn't in these wrestling things. Anyway, yeah, he's like super pissed, so he's gonna just like charge at you and just like hit you with a huge clothesline. And then you like stagger back up to your feet. He like basically bounces off the corner and like comes right back at you in the middle and like hits you with another clothesline. And then he springboards off like the middle rope, does like a huge leg drop, and just like basically he's trying to like decapitate you.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But yeah, he after he leg drops you, he rolls off. And yeah, I'll give you control of the match here.
Oh damn. I am going to taunt him, and I'm going to tell him.
Sorry. By the way, as he enters the ring, it was a little abrupt, but in all this chaos, the bell rings and the flames do start up. So the match has officially begun.
Fire.
Basically, once they're both in the ring and want to fight, the match begins. But,
Okay,
yeah.
how do I run in now? I want to run in. There's the interrupt move. Let's do it.
Yep. I was gonna say interrupt. Sorry, no, not interrupt.
Wait.
You want to go with run in.
Yeah, wait, no, that's right. The run in move. Let's do it. Let's try.
Who are you going at? Who are you attacking? How do you want to interrupt before you roll the move? You have to decide why are you coming in here?
I'm coming in here to make them both sign death contracts so that the promotion isn't liable.
Oh, okay.
Of course,
fair enough.
This wasn't planned because I was told to not do it, to lay low. and I have like red face paint and devil horns as I like walked through the fire unscathed.
Okay. Fair enough.
Oh my god.
And roll heat with Tyler. Roll plus heat with Tyler.
Okay.
Since yeah.
Heat.
All right.
8. So your target gains +1 heat with you. So Tyler, you're Cal Brax, you get +1 heat with Sean. And picks 1. So Tyler, you either right, okay, so Tyler, so Sean attacks you in the ring. This book's you. Sorry. Okay, sorry. It's just confusing because of all the pronouns.
Yeah. I think I kind of get it though.
Right. Okay. So basically, Tyler gets to pick, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So you're coming in basically, Sean, and you're like, you have to sign this contract to Cowell Brax, and Cowell can decide, so either Sean attacks you, Tyler, meaning that you win the match because it is assumed that he is interfering on what's his name's on Giacomo's behalf, and thus you are the rightful winner of the match. Or Sean simply is just distracts you, and Giacomo gains control of the match, and you have a grudge match with Sean later this episode. Or Sean just basically like interrupts the match and makes it impossible to continue, booking the match as a no contest. So you get to choose which one of those things happen.
I don't feel right signing this contract, and I tell Jimmy that the only thing that bounds bone is blood, and I throw Jimmy right at Giacomo.
Interesting.
Can I actually do that?
Yes, I would say that this starts as starting a brawl or otherwise making the match unable to be continued. So it'll be a no contest, basically. So yeah, so basically he runs into the ring and like interrupts the match in progress.
My devil horn falls off.
Yeah, exactly. And the crowd is confused. But yeah, they're so basically like you like throw him at Giacomo. Giacomo's like, what the hell? Get this guy off me! And like you basically like take turns like throwing him back and forth and beating up on him. And the crowd thinks it's funny. But basically the referee like comes in and like whistles and like they turn off the fire gets turned off and they basically call the match a no contest. They're like, this match is no good. It's been interrupted and it's beyond saving. So you both take one momentum.
Yes.
And the refs swarm the ring and pull you guys apart.
I take a momentum?
Yeah, I gave you both one momentum.
Okay,
Yeah.
and
Thank you.
excellent.
Yeah, so
Jimmy, why'd you do that?
I haven't got a lot of wrestling action in this episode.
A lot of story
okay.
development, though.
A lot of story development, though. That's totally fine. This was supposed to be the main event. But yeah, so the ref like drags you all backstage. The refs drag you guys all backstage, and it is a very indeterminate episode. This basically the feud is getting kicked, like the can of this feud is getting kicked down the road a little bit. Now, there are some rumors going around the dirt sheets later this week that, in actual fact, there was a malfunction with the flame system, which necessitated that the match be stopped immediately.
And they
And
just
so
threw
they
Jimmy.
hastily threw together a reason why the match needed to be stopped, but there's no confirmation of that. The flame system was malfunctioning and could easily have caused a major disaster. They needed to come up with a reason to stop the match immediately, and this is what they came up with. Allegedly. Only a few know the truth. But yeah, I mean that was like a tight hour-long session, but that's fine. Like I said, we've already set up some story beats for next week. Sean made a nuisance of himself a lot, so that's good. That gives you something to work with next week. And yeah, Cowell, the crowd is a little disappointed, but like it's putting a whole lot more heat on this Cowell Brax versus Giacomo, the Grim grudge match. They really want to see it now. So yeah, I will give Cowell Brax +1 heat with Giacomo out of my GMing fiat, just because I think this match was hot. And like
No pun intended.
the fact that they were about to fight but couldn't, that's gonna make people want to see it, even if they didn't before. So I'm gonna use my GM prerogative and say that just makes sense. I don't know if there's like a in-game justification that I could have used, but
That's pretty hardcore. I like this.
it just makes sense,
Sorry, go.
It just makes sense. I mean, technically speaking, I'm gonna like whenever you interact with a new character, you usually get +2 heat with them anyway. You guys technically didn't interact by like game for like in terms of the rules of the game, but in terms of like everything else, it would only make sense that this is gonna get you some heat. All right. So. I will say that's pretty much it, unless there's anything else.
They're like I guess there's not like XP at the end with this game.
Nope.
There?
There's no experience. It's just if you guys meet the audience threshold, exactly. But there weren't actually any matches this week, so that's the best way to build it. That's basically the only way to build audience is to have hot matches, but
No.
that's okay. You guys all just built heat and did some storytelling this week. That's totally fine.
It grew. The narrative is now growing.
Yep. I have a new nemesis now and a potential ally.
Hmm. Yeah, no, this is totally fine.
Jimmy
And,
got in the way of my match. Trying to hold me down while I exacted vengeance.
well, save all that promo energy for next week, because you
You-
guys can definitely cut lots of furious promos on each other.
You will
That's what you
choke
wanna
on your
do.
own bureaucracy.
Excellent,
The
excellent.
only thing I'll do is I will cool down this feud with Brock and Bullock, because Sean didn't interact with them this episode.
Mm.
To be fair, that story is pretty much over. So unless you wanted to reignite it for some reason, they'll probably just slowly cool off.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, like I said-
I'm not going for like title shots per se. So like to fight them to try to like win a title shot seems superfluous.
To be fair, neither of them have titles either, but
I
they're just
know.
part of a
I know.
part of a heel faction.
But they like interrupted because they're like they don't want Lone Star or like me. I guess it was I can't remember even what it was, like the tag team for a title shot somehow with the other guy.
Well, yeah,
And
this was a while back. They're really like, you don't deserve a title shot. I do.
And it's like I agree.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, yeah, like backstage, you guys are just like, okay, well, how do we sort this out so that you can feel more credible, And then you're like, oh, let's bring in this celebrity guest. So anyway, yeah, so that they get cooled off, and anything else? I don't think so.
I just want to have fun filming promos now. I'm on the edge of my seat for now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, like if you ever want to cut a promo for any reason, just do it. Be like, I want to cut a promo, and I
want to cut a promo that's mysterious and evokes violence, but says nothing.
That's basically exactly what every promo is.
Well, I'm glad I said it out loud then.
All right. Well, I personally can't wait for episode 5.
Your red tape will be your noose.
To appear next week. Goodbye, stream, and I guess good night, YouTube.
Keep watching the skies.
Ligma.